Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. I am currently actually still in Germany, and I will try and get a vlog into um, it, but it's so freaking cold outside currently, and I don't even want to have my hands out. But we'll see, we'll see. I can't promise, but we'll see. So this video is a different video. It's not beauty related. It's not hair related. So the title will show you it has more to do with a legal career and civil litigation, and it's more of an information video really. Every now and then I get the question from my junior friends or sisters, if you can say, who will ask me what the civil litigation entail. What is it? What does working in it actually mean? Because I'm sure this also applies to America, but I'm speaking in England. We have criminal litigation and civil litigation, and then you have the other legal sectors such as conveyancing, real estate, and so forth. But then the main part in the courts is civil litigation and criminal litigation. I didn't find anything on YouTube that actually told you what you would be doing, or that really explained it properly. So hopefully this video should give you an insight. Okay, so there's criminal litigation and civil litigation. I work in civil litigation at the moment, and you basically deal with all civil matters, so breach of contract, negligence, nuisance. It's basically anything that's not criminal. Anything that's not criminal. That should be the most easiest distinction for you. Okay, criminal is what? Robbery, murder, sexual assault. Those are criminal cases. Anything else is civil. So what I deal with in civil litigation is, so you deal with the pre-litigation stages. So which is you get the case. So for example, your client has told you that this person hasn't paid me this money and I need to get my money back, and the other side is telling you no, I don't owe them that money because maybe I wasn't happy with the product I was given or the service I received. So that's a dispute, and that's why you are the lawyer there to resolve it or try to resolve it. So you start with the pre-litigation stages, which is speaking to both sides, trying to find a common ground and find a settlement. If that's not possible, and maybe for example the other side is not even being responsive, you would continue with litigation, which is going to the court and presenting your case to the court. So in the court itself, there's so many different processes and application that you can go through. The other side can defend the case, and you would instruct barristers to defend the case for you at court, or the other side can choose to ignore you, and that is, or give a really weak defense, and that particularly is my favorite part. My whole favorite part is the whole pre-litigation and litigation. Pre-litigation wise, you're really trying to get the strongest argument you can have for your client. You have to look at all the loopholes that the other side maybe has not considered, and try and really persuade the other side to say that, hey, if you're going to go to court with us, you're going to lose because we have this and this and this evidence, this and these points, so it's better that you just settle with us. To me, that's the most exciting and interesting part, because that's where you do all your research and try and gather the best argument and try and resolve the dispute before it goes to court. But then when it does go to court, because the case goes to the barristers to defend, to me it doesn't become that interesting anymore. However, where the other side doesn't respond or gives a really weak defense, you can, be tactical and apply for judgment in default, which is where the other side doesn't respond and you just obtain judgment from the court and you've got a sealed judgment there. Or they give you a really weak defense and you can apply for a summary judgment. All these things, they're quite interesting to me, those little applications that you can fit into and just strategize and bring your client again into the best possible position. So after the court then, if the other side still hasn't, for example, paid up, you can instruct enforcement. Enforce, as it rightly explains, the judgment. So you can ask the High Court officers to attend the other side's property or the defendant's property, and get goods from them, or have an attachment of earnings, as in get the money out from their employers monthly. So there's so many different avenues they can recover debt from the other side. So in all, this is really a quite interesting avenue. It's more interesting to me. Is it more interesting to me than criminal? I don't know, because criminal can be quite... There are some really, really, really interesting cases in criminal law. To me, this is just a bit too gruesome and a bit too deep into people's lives involved that I don't feel comfortable with it. But civil litigation is cool for me because I can go home and not think about it again. But it's exciting enough for me to do when I'm at work. So I hope this gave you a little bit more insight into civil litigation. If you are currently at university doing law, they don't really tell you much in your undergrad what civil litigation is. It's not really practical. It's not really how real life is. But if you've done the LPC or the BPTC, which is the postgraduate law degrees, you will know more about civil litigation, and that's how literally it is at work in real life as well. And yeah. I hope this gave you a little bit more insight. If you have, for example, a training contract and a seat in civil litigation or commercial litigation, anything that says litigation apart from criminal is civil litigation. And yeah, or if you've been a paralegal or assistant or whatever role you're doing in civil litigation, I hope this gave you a bit more insight. If there's specific answers that you need, just drop them down in the comments down below and I'll answer you there. Or if it's a lot of questions, I might do a part 2 of this, because I know this is very broad and I've just generalized it to you to make it compressed into one. But yeah, I hope this was helpful and I hope this was interesting. My fashionistas and my beauty gurus, you watching, and maybe this video didn't really apply to you, but hey, we can never learn enough, can we? I hope this video was helpful and I shall see you in my next video.